Welcome, everyone, to another edition of CTS BizTalk. Special shout out to Nick on my team who reminded me if we're going to be doing these videos, I definitely need to get a professional mic. So hopefully everyone has a better chance of hearing my nasally voice, and I'm coming along clear. So we have a special guest today. I'm excited to announce that Bob Duggan from GreenBee Technologies is joining us. He's one of our strategic partners. Bob, say hello and say hello to the fans out there.
Hello, fan. Are these my fans or your fans?
They're all fans, whatever.
Hello, fans. Bob Duggan with GreenBee Technologies here. Thanks for having me, Frank.
Yeah, good to have you. So we have been working together for well over a decade. I met GreenBee Technologies with Bob and his partner and his whole team. Yeah, I think it was like 12 years ago. He did a song and dance. We started partying together. And we were basically looking for a partner that we can work with that we could trust and that will do good by our clients. So we were working with companies before like CDW and PC Mall and a bunch of others. And basically what they bring to the table is they're able to scope out hardware and software solutions for our clients, make sure it's the best solution at the best price. So we also have collaborated most recently on cybersecurity initiatives, and we also have some mutual clients that we do some application web development and website management for. So you want to talk a little bit more about our partnership and how things have been going, Bob?
Yeah, so it's been a long relationship. You're right there, and we have definitely been in the trenches together on quite a few projects, which have been interesting. But at the end of the day, I think our teams work really well together. Little background on us, and a little bit I'll pepper myself in. GreenBee started in 2009. Really, started the company as a telco company. We were selling dial tone, long distance. Sort of graduated into the internet and then MPLS and voice over IP and phone systems. So what we've really done is adapted to the requests and the needs of our clients. And that's kind of where we came. Once we started doing hardware software procurement, our clients were saying, hey, great, you're sending us this hardware. Can you also deploy it and manage it? And that's when we kind of sunk up with you and your team. And you guys were the ones who would go out actually on site, deploy the hardware for us or software, whatever it might be, and then manage it on an ongoing basis. And I think, overall, the benefit has gone to our customers and our end users. And you guys have been great supporting us and our customers.
Excellent. I wanted to share a quick story with everybody, and to me, where our two organizations collaborated. And I mean, CTS, we love to celebrate all of our successes and wins. They happen all the time, but we do celebrate every single thing. Bob came to us several years ago, and he had a client. Basically, it was the new upcoming governor for the state of Illinois, and we did a collaboration together, which got them up and running within days. Which is, to me, when Bob comes to me and says, hey, I need you to pull a rabbit out of your butt, I say, we can do that. And he does the same for me. So, Bob, you want to share that story and how we did that collaboration together and how it worked out for the end client?
Yeah, that was quite a few years ago. And I remember sitting around. It was a late call. I think it was like 9, 10 o'clock. And
I love those calls from you at that time, by the way. But yes.
Neither of the candidates had conceded yet. And it was like, hey, we think we're going to win this thing. We've got some office space downtown in anticipation, and we need it set up in the next 5 days, essentially, for our transition team to be downtown and working for a month or two before they head down to Springfield. So we essentially finally got the word early the next morning and deployed people within an hour or two. Started ordering hardware, started ordering software. Internet was an act of God that we got that so quickly. Copiers, printers, Wi-Fi, everything that a normal office would need, which typically, a new deployment or new office move-in might take us 6 months. We did it in 5 days. So it was, we still take all the credit for it. I know you know that, but your guys did a great job and, threw their capes on and flew in and saved the day. So it was a great story. We don't like to work that way, obviously, but it's just one of those scenarios where we understand the needs of the customer. We respond to them as best as we can. And in that case, we actually did a really good job. And just one example of many that we've been together taking care of clients.
Yeah. I mean, the cool thing about working with GreenBee is the vast majority of our clients are in the Chicagoland area. But when we need hardware, they have the capability of actually delivering a server or server parts or laptops same day, which is amazing. In other situations where GreenBee has helped us tremendously with supporting our clients, is they have the relationships with VMware, with Veeam, Microsoft, all these organizations that if we're dealing with a critical situation or a down situation, they have the capability of escalating so that we get to the front of the line with support, get the highest end techs involved so that we're able to resolve issues very quickly. So from my team to you guys, thank you for all the support over the years. It has been amazing. And at the end, again, our mutual clients are loving us. So that's the good part.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's been quite a few years of building that infrastructure, right? So,
Yeah.
like you said in the beginning, we have lots of competitors. So, and then, we're not, creating any new business wheel here, but what we do have is a lot of experience, and we have access to pre and post engineering support for our clients, which is really important. And that's not always our first button that we hit because the salespeople here have 20 plus years of experience. So we've been down this road before, and we can anticipate and we know the questions to ask when our clients are coming to us for a project. We've most likely have done it before, so we can help guide them through that project because it's probably a first time for them and maybe your guys as well. So I appreciate that compliment.
Yeah. Yeah. And you guys do a great job with the scoping. So for those who don't know, but when you're scoping any kind of infrastructure or any kind of development project, if you don't have proper scoping in the front part, and that's where the experience comes through, asking the correct questions, you may have a failure, and then you're going to have scope creep, and people just aren't happy. So, Bob, what are you seeing out there in the market that the business owners, the presidents, the CFOs of our clients are coming to you for, being strategic, and what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, so I mean, there's obviously always a current buzzword that's being thrown around. I'd say right now we all know what that one is, artificial intelligence. So with our clients, we tend, and you're usually on these calls with us a lot of times, is we try to do a 3 month check in and just have quarterly calls with our clients
Mhm.
that are typically 6, 12 months out of projects and what's on the docket for the company, and
Yep.
try to be forward thinking and doing game theory with these folks, at the same time stomping out fires and doing the day-to-day
Yeah.
stuff that they need us to do. But we try to be that virtual CIO as well, and a lot of them are actually asking us about artificial intelligence. And we have been very busy and will continue to be busy around security. I'd say those two things are probably the majority or the lion's share of the conversations that we're having with our clients. And the AI could be around tons of different applications. We both have backgrounds in voice over IP
Hmm.
and ERP systems and CRMs and all these other things. So it's ubiquitous across their networks. It's not just specific to one thing. So it's a lot of conversations, and it's the should I, why would I, do we need it, or do we want it? Do I want it just because my neighbor's got it, right?
Yes.
Or do we actually need it? What is is there a cost benefit, and then is there an application benefit, or more so productivity or potential reduction and cost. So all those conversations are being had. At the same time, going back to the security, you and I are talking about that probably 4 times a day,
At
and
least.
emailing about it. It's a big initiative for both of us. We want to make sure that the things that we are putting in place are safe and secure because those are our babies, right?
Yeah.
And it's important to our customers that they aren't ever compromised. And then if that does happen, because these folks are getting smarter and smarter, we have some procedures and processes in place to respond to them quickly and remediate those. So probably those two are the biggest. Always, voice over IP is my background, so I'm always having those conversations as
Yeah.
well. But I'd say those two are probably the majority of the conversations we're having today.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. Those are the two topics that we're talking about all the time. Internally, we're using artificial intelligence, specifically Chat GTP. I know the team is loving it. When we need to create scripts to do automation, stuff like that, we are literally throwing it at it, and it's coming back with the syntax, the exact pieces that we need to throw at machines via our patch management or our remote management solutions. And it's kind of cool. Like, it actually gives us the comments on why it's doing what it's doing. So it helps coach my team to be more efficient. We have a couple law firms that are using it to basically help them do research and stuff like that on cases. So it is going to be explosive, I think, in the next couple years, and it's only going to get better and better, which is kind of cool. So cool.
Yeah, I think people are going to need hardware and software to support that, those types of things, and then
Yeah.
obviously, managed services. That was one of the things I wanted to ask you. Maybe is just turn the tables, ask you a question. Is
Oh,
you've been doing this for a long time. I think when you probably first started, it was like a lot of IT consulting companies. You were, hey, we'll be your IT guy. Just call us and we'll slide down the pole and fix the problem, right?
yes.
But we've graduated and gotten into this world of MSPs and managed services offerings. How have you seen your business develop and grow to cater
Yeah.
to the customers? I'm guessing at the very least it's proactive versus being reactive. And you guys have, processes and teams and software and things in place that are constantly on watch and guard and looking at that stuff
Yep.
for your clients.
We are. So you hit the nail right in the head. So we are as hardware. I mean, I've been doing this now. CTS has been around for 21 years, but I've
Yeah,
seen
you're
it where
old.
we
We
went
know.
from Windows 2000 and Windows XP, where the hardware just honestly sucked, where there was always hardware failure. And then, you graduated from regular spindle hard drives all the way to SSD drives. So now we have hard drives that don't fail. And then the Microsoft platform got more stable. And so as the technology's improved, we are less fireman kind of thing, and we are doing more proactive stuff. And what we're really seeing in the last couple of years is a few people go more to the cloud. And we actually have probably 5 to 10% of our clients that are 100% cloud based, meaning that they have an internet connection on site, but now they have to have that more sophisticated. And that's where we partner with you guys, because everything's in the cloud. If the internet connection goes down, they're out of business. Their VoIP, their phone systems over the internet, all data, email, the entire business. So that's where we have to look at cool solutions like SD-WANs, which what that does is it takes two internet connections, binds them together, and essentially makes their internet connection to all their cloud-based and SaaS solutions bulletproof. We have still probably about maybe 10 to 15% of the people that are 100% on premise, and there's business cases for that. And then the rest is what I would consider hybrid. So they still have on-premise servers, some of their ERPs and some of their core critical solutions are on site, but things that make sense to go to the cloud. Their Microsoft 365 for email, maybe a little bit of cloud storage and stuff like that. So from my team, it's less of I'm not looking for techs that are doing break fix stuff, because the laptops, the printers, and the computers, they're not breaking as much as they used to. And then the hardware life cycle, it used to be like you would get maybe 2 to 3 years out of a laptop. Now you're able to get maybe 4 or 5. A desktop, if it's a quality desktop, the ones that you guys sell, maybe we could get 4 to 5 years instead of 2 to 3 years. So it is a total different mindset, where the guys that I'm hiring are not break fix, but they are thinking more proactively. They're acting as more virtual CIOs, and they're being more strategic with our clients. So that's where we're seeing a change. And obviously the cybersecurity thing, my guys have to be focusing on different stuff now, because everything, once you put more stuff in the cloud, now it's more, available for a hacker to infiltrate it. So we're doing implementations like multi-factor authentication, cloud-based tokens, and stuff like that to really fortify those cloud-based systems. So fun stuff. I'm having fun, at least. So it's a constant battle, because you know what? The bad guys and the hackers, they're using artificial intelligence too. So it's us against the machine. It's the Terminator series all over again, but now it's real life, and we have to stop the bad guys. So yeah.
For sure, man.
Well, Bob, I appreciate you joining us for the CTS BizTalk. As always, it's always good to talk to you. Hopefully, we talk more during business hours than versus late at night. But thank you very much for joining us, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Frank. I'm sure
Thank
we'll
you.
talk 10 more times today. But,
I can't wait.
Looking forward to it. All right, buddy.
So thank you, everyone. Remember, please like, subscribe, and share the video, and have an awesome day. Take care, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.